Come on, man, you give me my fucking bar.
She wants the bear.
Got it.
That's what I said.
Logan Marshall Green is hopping on board CBS's new Yellowstone spin-off Why Marshals, which focuses on Case Dutton, played by Luke Grimes. He'll be playing Pete Calvin, a buddy from Case's military days. The show picks up after Case leaves the Yellowstone ranch and joins a top-tier U.S. Marshals unit. He brings his cowboy know-how and Navy SEAL experience to the job, tackling crime in Montana. But it's not just shootouts and justice. The team also has to juggle family life and the emotional toll of being the last line of defense. CBS announced the project back in March and ordered 13 episodes. It's set to premiere sometime in the middle of the 2025-26 TV season, airing Sunday nights. You might recognize Marshall Green from his roles in Upgrade, Prometheus, and Nolan's upcoming The Odyssey. He's also popped up in Spider-Man: Homecoming, Snowden, When They See Us, and The Invitation. The pilot episode is being written by Spencer Hudnut and directed by Greg Yaitanes. Taylor Sheridan is on board as executive producer, along with a big crew including David C. Glasser, John Linson, Art Linson, and Grimes himself. The show is being made by MTV Entertainment Studios and 101 Studios and will be distributed by Paramount Global. Marshall Green is repped by 3 Arts, CAA, and the law firm Goodman, Genow, Shankman, Smelkinson, and Christopher. Why Marshals is going to be the next big Western on TV, and it's riding in on the wave of excitement Yellowstone left behind. Even though Yellowstone is officially done, its world is still going strong thanks to Taylor Sheridan. He might not be writing Why Marshals himself, and yeah, some fans are unsure about CBS taking it on, but it still has serious potential, especially since this time, Case Dutton gets to take the lead. So why do people think this show could really work? Simple, it keeps the Yellowstone legacy alive. Case was always one of the most well-liked characters. While others on the show had their ups and downs with fans, Case stayed pretty solid the whole way through. That makes him the perfect pick to carry the story forward. At the end of Yellowstone, he sold the family ranch to the Broken Rock tribe for just $1.25, with the deal being they wouldn't mess with the land and would let Case and his family live on a small piece of it. That sets up a nice connection to the original series. The why in Why Marshals isn't random either. It's a nod to the Yellowstone Ranch's iconic brand. So even though the show is going in a new direction, it's clearly tied to the original roots. We might even see familiar faces pop up, like Monica and Tate, or maybe even Chief Rainwater again. What's exciting is that this spin-off looks ready to bring the cowboy vibes back in full force. Where Yellowstone often used the ranch more as a symbol of power and politics, Why Marshals seems set to treat it like a true cowboy sanctuary, while also giving us some gritty, high-stakes U.S. Marshal action along the way. Sounds like a win for Western fans. Another reason Why Marshals could totally work? Cowboys and the ranch lifestyle are still very much part of the picture. And let's be honest, the heart of any great Western is the cowboy stuff. Horseback rides, dusty trails, wide-brimmed hats, herding cattle, a little gunslinging action, it's what fans show up for. And even though Why Marshals is centered around U.S. Marshals and not just ranch life, the phrase range justice in the show's description hints that we're not losing those roots. It sounds like Case might take on cases that protect ranchers, stop shady land deals, and keep the peace on the open range. He's the perfect guy for it too. He was one of the few in Yellowstone who truly embraced that lifestyle without getting dragged into politics like John. Sure, dealing with things like cattle theft or trespassing might not sound super thrilling at first, but it's the real stuff ranchers deal with every day. And with a 13-episode season on the way, there's space to explore not just classic cowboy moments, but also real-world ranch problems like feed shortages, water access, crop issues, or livestock health. Things most folks don't usually see on TV. Why Marshals has a shot at giving us a mix of crime-solving action and that down-to-earth ranch life. It can spotlight people who live this way, not just as a job, but as a calling or family tradition. It's not about branding ranchers like they're stuck in the past. It's about showing what it's like to live that life today. If done right, it could give the cowboy image a fresh and meaningful update. Another reason Why Marshals is going to be a blast? Action. Lots of it. With Case Dutton joining the U.S. Marshals, there's no way this show doesn't lean into the more intense, high-stakes side of things. And with Spencer Hudnut, who ran CBS's hit military drama SEAL Team, in charge, you know it's in capable hands. That show was packed with action, strategy, and strong character work, so it makes total sense that why Marshals would follow a similar path, especially with someone like Case leading the charge. Case's background as a Navy SEAL already gave us a taste of what he's capable of back in Yellowstone, like that epic scene where he saved his son from kidnappers. He handled it with calm, control, and skill, proving he's not just a cowboy, but a natural leader who knows how to handle danger. And now, as a U.S. Marshal, he'll be dealing with everything from fugitives to high-risk warrants, protecting judges and enforcing federal law. That means viewers can expect car chases, gunfights, tense standoffs, and maybe even a few mysteries to solve. But the show isn't just about explosions and shootouts. Case carries the weight of his past, his trauma, his quiet nature, and that wall he's built between himself and others. He's the classic warrior who just wants peace kind of character. That makes him even more compelling, especially when you place him in the stillness of the ranch life. He's a modern cowboy in every sense, someone who's seen the worst the world has to offer, and just wants to live simply but keeps getting pulled back into chaos because he knows he can help. The contrast between the action-packed Marshal missions and the quiet, wide-open spaces of Montana could make for some great storytelling. Even if you've never watched Yellowstone, why Marshals might still pull you in just for this balance of adrenaline and introspection. Case Dutton's journey as a man caught between peace and duty is exactly the kind of lead role that could make this show a standout, even outside the Yellowstone fanbase. And let's be real, one of the biggest reasons people are pumped for Why Marshals is because Case Dutton is finally taking the spotlight. If you've watched Yellowstone, you know there's always been a lot of debate over who the best character is. Most of them are pretty love-hate. John's got that strong leader vibe but isn't exactly winning any Dad of the Year awards. Beth is a total wild card but super smart, and Jamie, yeah, he's a whole thing. But Case, he's been one of the few characters almost everyone likes. He's calm, loyal, respects his wife Monica, and tries to raise his son Tate with real values, minus all the over-the-top Dutton drama. Still, in the main show, Case kind of got the short end of the stick. Well, that's it for today. Let me know if you are excited to see Case Dutton take the lead, or if you are still on the fence about this new direction. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and while you're at it, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any updates on this show and everything else coming to your screen soon. We'll catch you in the next one.